And it is time for the naming of the semifinals, finals, slices. Hello, Hunter. How are you? We're here. What's up?
Sorry, Matt. There was some sort of problem with your microphone. It was echoing really bad just a second ago.
Let me see if I can
It cleared up, but if you could make sure that never happens again, that would be good. Unless, Matt, you are sort of putting in pre-effects that you will replace later.
I won't be doing that. It'll just be it'll just be the
So
bit.
it'll just be that.
It'll just be the bad
It'll
bit.
just be that. You want to turn it around or maybe try it again from the top, or you just want to keep that?
I want to keep it. I think we carry forward, move on.
Let's keep we'll keep it.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll keep it.
We are in a gray void right now because we haven't revealed anything yet. But here comes the first of your slices. Hunter, anything off the top here about how we designed these slices this year? What any major takeaways right before we get into it?
There is a theme this year.
Mm-hmm.
There is a theme. And we wanted there to be a theme this year. Several themes were trotted out as possibilities.
Yeah.
We were going to go all Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
As in every slice named after a character from the Sonic the Hedgehog fictional universe.
Right.
Or should I call it a cinematic universe now?
You should now.
I mean,
should
I?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I call it that?
I wish you would. So the third... Well, actually, man, I was about to go off on a tangent, and then I remembered that this is a video, and that there's no room for that. It's not a podcast.
Why can't there be tangents in a video?
I'm just ready. The third movie's already announced to have Shadow, and I just wish they would wise up and get Big the Cat in there. Like, I don't know why that hasn't been announced, and why we're...
Honestly,
are we not ready
here's
for
what
that?
they're probably doing. Let's be real.
Yeah.
There's probably a Sonic story side project.
Right.
You know, for the off year,
The
so that we
Disney
can get
Plus,
one Sonic.
the Disney Plus TV series will be Big the Cat. It'll just be called Big. Yeah.
Big.
Starring Tom Hanks? Okay. Anyways, on to the video.
I just saw like the text reveal of like the hard shadows on those three.
Can you imagine?
letters.
Can you imagine that Big the Cat theme song, but like cinematic? And,
Oh
like,
my god! I
scored big
can.
time.
Some trailer core, Big the Cat.
It's playing
theme.
right now. It's playing.
Pull it
right
up,
now.
yeah, pull it up. Who cares if we get copyright stricken? If anything, Matt, that is a neat transition into the theme of these slices, which is, I am proud to announce our first theme for the slice names. The theme is public domain music you can get in the YouTube audio library. We are done with not having theme songs for the slices. That era is over.
It's over.
Okay? There's the era before public domain YouTube audio library only music, and then there's the era after. And that era starts today.
And honestly, today is as approachable as it will ever be. It only gets weirder from here.
It only gets weirder from here. There's not a whole lot of recognizable music in that audio library. So you will today hear references to tunes you know, but after today, that's also over. Okay? It will get very generic very quickly going forward. What slice do we want to start with, Matt?
We are going to start with, I don't remember the color, but it's the top left. I'm going to cut to it here in a second. The positional theme that you'll notice very quickly. Here we go. The first slice here. The positional theme is that all of our slices have a wormhole in the center. So today, this yellow slice, which we will give a name to here in just a second, has Quan in the center. That's not so bad. It's got kind of a defensive position. You can actually reinforce Quan and maybe not be threatened. If you are thinking ahead, you'll know that That's only half the time the situation that will exist. So this is one of the, what we're calling more defensive slices. It's got a beta wormhole. It's got Krag Sig. It's got Tekaran Torkan adjacent to Mechatol. So you got to go fishing kind of distantly for your influence. But you've got a good forward dock there as well. You also have Cormand in that equidistant, which is, not too bad, actually, generally speaking. So Hunter, what are we calling this one?
So you may have noticed during Matt's little speech there, you may have noticed something kind of creening up, which is giving you and the hint's probably getting very big now. I would imagine the hint at this point is quite loud. This slice is called the Rift of the Valkyries, named after the song that you're hearing now, that we're providing, that YouTube has provided us, that we are providing you public domain. We're gonna play this in the streams. Yeah. Unless Twitch has a problem with that, which they might. All right.
I don't know. We'll see. Big experiment. A lot on the line here for us to be experimenting on this, but who cares? This is the Rift of the Valkyries.
The Rift of the Valkyries, our yellow slice. All right. With its own theme music.
Yep. And the next theme music is going to slowly transition in now as we cut over to our red slice.
Yeah.
A similarly defensive slice. In fact, even more defensive. Atlas, 3 resources. You can get a very good forward dock. And even more defensive than that is the Primor adjacent to Mechatol Rex. And then you got some piddly Cornique Resculons and a Saudor next to home.
Yeah, this one's kind of folksy. It's kind of fun, It's not as epic as that last one. It's a little bit more just kind of genial, kind of blue collar. This one, you've got Primor there, which will provide you with some extra infantry, or should I call them sailors, or should I call them Saudors?
Saudors.
This slice is called Drunken Saudor. As in, what do you do with a Drunken Saudor?
What do you do? Almost anything you want with a Drunken Saudor.
Yeah. And you're hearing it, and I still think this is a good idea, okay?
Despite probably the lyrics that are playing right now being not our favorite, but...
Maybe not. Maybe we picked a different song. I don't know. We didn't look at the lyrics
suddenly
first.
Cut to the instrumental version at a certain verse.
It may have changed. It may have. We don't know, all right? We decided to do this morning, okay? And now we're recording this late in the early evening. Okay?
Really, I have all the power tomorrow when I edit this video of whether or not we commit to this bit. We'll see.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about your next slice.
Yeah, your next slice here is our green slice. Here's our first empty in the center. That's dangerous. That's scary. We've seen bad things come from that before. You also, in the equidistant, have an empty space, which means it's very easy for people to just traipse into your front door. But to do that, we've given you a lot of protection. You've got a Cohen Jail Ear with 6 influence or 4 resources. I don't care how you spend it. If you're extra these days, doesn't matter. Just spend it all. And then you've got a Blue Skip Theba to help with kind of the distance that everything is in your slice. And a Biz Freya, 5 resources adjacent to Mechatol Rex. That's an insane forward dock. You hear it? Oh, Hunter's hopping to the beat. What do we got here, Hunter?
It's the easiest song to enjoy. To go with our special of most special systems, the most popular system in Twilight Imperium, if in case you were living under a rock, is a Cohen Jolier. Yeah. And the reason why is because it's just so gosh darn entertaining. So we decided to call this one Joel Ear the Entertainer. And can we get a cam real quick? Can we get a zoom?
Yeah.
Can we get a
Let's
Joel
go ahead
Ear?
And take a look at right here on the beat. Bam! Oh, look how fancy tabletop playground.
Why is that in there? Why is that in there? Tell me why.
Okay. Our fourth slice, we're gonna cut down here to the purple territory.
Yeah.
Boy, we're picking up the tune right now, and I feel like this one's harder to recognize.
Ooh, yeah.
But
kind of. Ooh. Yeah, keep it slow a little bit.
It feels pretty good though, huh? I mean, you got Beargler to 4 adjacent to home, 3 more. You got 6 influence adjacent to home, and a Blue Skip too to help with the distance in that slice, and an
easy.
Oh man,
it's easy this one.
I'm really loving it.
I mean, except for obviously you have the bad side of an alpha. Let's ignore that.
Yeah. And this asteroid field, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad for you. Probably more often bad. I don't know. But hey, you know what it is?
Yeah. It's public domain smooth.
It's public domain smooth.
It's Matt, it's not just smooth.
No.
It's public domain smooth. This song is just one we found called Smooth. And when I saw that it was called smooth, I was like, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I guess he likes
we're calling
it.
this one that. Yeah.
All right.
This is the most Big the Cat of all of the slices. I'll say that.
That's for sure.
It's got great vibes. It honestly, what we wanted from these slices are, I think, slices that hand the players a lot of good tools, and then says on round 5, we want it to get sick nasty up in here.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Here's all these tools to definitely deal with each other, which you will be forced to do.
Yeah. Be mean.
All
be
right.
mean. And be smooth.
Be public domain smooth if you can.
Be public domain smooth.
Our 5th slice here in the blue position, you've got a gravity rift on the left. Whoa, a little scary. You've got Lodor there.
Do you hear
in
that?
the center? Yeah, it's something. It's creeping in.
It's kind of epic in here now, isn't it? Kind of classically epic.
Notably the worst adjacent to Mechatol system in KLG Zanhack. Very, very poor forward dock position, but you've got Lodor to protect your slice, and you've got Zobat, and you've got Melon, you've got Lodor, you've got it all. What's this one, Hunter?
This one is, I'm sure you can guess easily. I'm sure you've kind of already figured this one out. The pun writes itself, and it's obvious. It's obvious, the pun this time. This, of course, is the Melantel Lodorture. And there's always got to be a worst one, okay? There's always got to be a worst one.
Yeah.
And this time, it's the Melantel Lodorture. Listen, Melon being not the second least important planet in the slice after Zanhack.
Right.
So that's something. I know what you're thinking, which is that the William Tell Lodorture would have been unacceptable.
Yeah.
But why quit when you're ahead, I ask of you.
Yeah, no.
Okay?
Yeah.
Beautiful slice. Has a yellow skip in it. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of... The thing with this one is we're not giving you any yellow skips round 1.
Yeah.
And we're only giving you 1 in the slice. Is that correct?
This is like a very tech skip-less set of things. Now, there's also kind of a lack of industrial planets, so I do not expect there to be enough tech skips on this map. Period.
Yeah, it's not very nice as far as tech skips go. That was we have to be mean about something every time. Okay, and this time we were going to be mean about 2 or 3 things.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. We need to calm down now. We need to slowly. We're just going to
slow it down
transition
so that we can
here.
start. We're going to very slowly start building it up again.
So this slice you already see has the worst of all central positions.
Yes.
It has the asteroid field. Alpha worm
right in the center,
which means you start very slow. Oh man, you can't get, and I mean you could start with anti-mass, but most factions are going to start very slow here. You expand to the right, you get Dalbutha Axon. You expand to the left, you get Lysis Velnor. But then, as the tech situation improves, and as you improve around the slice, the power of the slice gets better and better. You can go take Hope's End. You get the green skip by Tarman. You can access all the rest of the map. Maybe you realize finally, actually, you're the only one with anti-mass. No one else can come into your slice, and actually, you're the most protected. Maybe it's the best slice. And now, as we reach the climax.
This one's called In the Hall of the Asteroid King. That's what we decided to call this one. This one is In the Hall of the Asteroid King. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Literally, the whole theme is only so that we could do this one. This was why this is the best.
We started with this one and we worked our way back.
This is my favorite slice name we've ever had.
This is my favorite slice we've ever made.
Yeah, it's true.
In my opinion.
That too.
Because you know what? It's so good because we're gonna get lots of people complaining about this one.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna get lots of people saying this one owns.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one that has any kind of protection from the wormhole madness we've constructed here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's zoom out a little just to kind of witness all of these. I mean, there you go. 3 alphas, 3 betas. There are only 6 slices. We'll show the factions here in a second. There are 7 factions. 6 slices, which means someone is getting forced into every single one of these. There is no way out from the Thunderdome.
There's no way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are accepting your role in one of these slices, each semifinalist, of which there are only 36, which is what makes this is always one of the weirdest videos.
Yeah.
because this feels like a video that we
for
make
36 people, and that is
people.
it.
But hey, you can also play on these slices, and you should. And in fact, if you want to, please tell us that you did, so that we get, a little bit of feedback on it. Not that they're not final. They are.
They are final.
They are final.
With that, too, I would love to introduce the 6 faction pools. And the beautiful fact, you see, they're kind of peeking in over there on the left, but the best factor of these 6 faction pools is we have already assigned them 2 games. Now, I want to apologize to you, the viewer, right now, because the way scheduling works is I can't tell you exactly who all the players are in those games. Things change. People's schedules are going to change, and we're going to have swaps and stuff. But suffice it to say, maybe the players, if you come to the Discord, you'll probably see people talking about who's in what game, even if that does change over time. But I'm just not going to put a stamp on it and mail it in this video. But let's cut over to exactly the 6 games, faction pools. Here it is, if I remember the hotkey in Tabletop Playground. It's Game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are exactly your pools. Now, I want to note one thing with these faction sets. What you'll see here is this faction on the far left, those 6 factions all only appear once in each of their respective pools. All of the other factions appear just twice. Right.
And why is that, Matt? Why are there 6 factions that only appear once?
Because 7 and 36 don't go. They're not divisible. It doesn't... 7 doesn't fit into 36.
But why these 6 factions?
Yeah, these 6 factions, if you'll take a look at Drago Thraxon's stats page, these are the winningest 6 factions of the qualifiers and the prelims combined. These are all of the factions that got, essentially, if I remember right, it's got more than 6 wins. It might be more than 5 wins. I forget where exactly the cutoff was. But these are the 6 winningest factions. So we decided to try to take them down a peg and boost everyone else up. You'll also notice in some of these faction pools, we're really trying to boost some factions that are failing to perform. So you'll note that Nalu appears with, not Isarl. That was on purpose. The new agent, the Codex 3, will be in the semifinals, but we didn't want to completely rain on Nalu's parade. No. There won't be Colaris. But we didn't want to rain on Nalu's parade by putting them with Isarl. But all these other factions too, I don't know, maybe things new Nalu can handle. You'll also note, like this first set, I'm kind of calling this the anti-SAR set. A lot of these factions are designed to at least be able to put up with SAR, if not also go toe-to-toe with SAR.
Right. Yeah, specifically Mentak counters Scavenge or whatever it's called.
Right.
We've got L1 with the late game Windslay. Nazroka is just a better faction, I'll say it. Just all around better faction than anything SAR can put up with.
Yeah.
Soul, obviously best faction in the game. Eye Cages. Extra sucks. Actually, I'm not really sure what they're doing here. But Winu obviously can threaten to steal the game from SAR.
Sure.
There's a lot of potential there.
Game number 2 there, you'll also note, is a sort of anti-Isarl pool. You tell me which of those agents is the best one. I guess Necro, huh? Maybe Necro and Empyrean, but Isarl certainly doesn't have any broken answers to any of their games, so we're going to see Isarl go down a peg. Titans is hard to plan against, so I can't say this is an anti-Titans, so we didn't. But there's a lot of firepower in there, and a lot of movement, and I don't know, this one's the kind of the most generic of the pools. It's just kind of a pool. That Jolnar pool, I would say the main purpose of that one is to try to make Argent feel good. They can maybe commander swap with Jolnar and their numbers.
But that was not really so much anti-Jolnar,
Matt. Pro-Argent.
Just pro-Argent.
Yeah, because it kind of works out in Jolnar's favor.
I'll remind you, Matt, of the winning faction of the tournament finals last year, Matt. But, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Hey, it's been performing horribly this year, so you know what? It gets it. Pool number 5, though, is maybe the best one.
It's money.
It's money and deal making. It's Nomad and Ghosts and Hakan. You can trade the Crucible with Cabal. You've got Nazroka swapping notes all over the place. You've got Extra making money hand over fist in the late game. It's ridiculous.
Right. Excited to see Nomad win that one. And what's for the final pool, Matt? This one seems like the cool pool.
It's got 7 cool factions. It's the cool pool. Pool cool is cool for school. It's some.
The only thing that would make that pool cooler is Yin, instead of Hakan, basically. Right. If you took Hakan out and put Yin in there, that would be the coolest faction pool in my opinion. Like Mahakt is the what? That's winning faction of these 6. And then, I mean, everybody else in here, Muat, Nalu. Nalu is just so exciting because of the new stuff. Whoops, didn't mean to pick it up. Didn't mean to touch it at all. Sardak, obviously best faction. All the other factions suck. Barony, I feel like kind of having a resurgence in people's hearts, if not necessarily in games, but
they had to come back. The prelims were pretty kind to Barony, which is why
Did they win any games in the prelims?
Barony is up to like 5 wins. Barony almost became a winningest faction. Barony became almost a winningest faction in this tournament. It's ridiculous.
When did that happen? I did not know.
In the prelims is when it happened. But there you go. There's your 6 faction pools. There's your 6 slices. We start the semis here in just a couple weeks. The semis begins on Sunday, June 12th, and carries for 4 weekends. It's 1 game, then 2 games, then 2 games, and then 1 more game. Go to the Discord to see all of the dates and times. I don't know how much they've shifted between when we record this and when I post this video, and even after this video comes out. So I'm not going to say any times, but I do know that the 6 games are those 4 weekends from June 12th until July 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So get ready for the semifinals, and then of course afterwards we will have the final game, and then me and Matt will retire. Yeah. We were retiring.
We will crawl into our crypt and just sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep again.
You will not be able to find me on the internet or otherwise. Okay. I will be unfindable. At the end of this, maybe play us out with like one of the public domain songs we didn't use.
Yeah.
Just one we didn't. A classic. I expect a banger right now, Matt.
Farewell here. Good night, everyone. I love you. Goodbye.
Good night, public domain friends.